Hey, this is Matthew from Nerd News Today. Welcome back to our continuing coverage of San Diego Comic-Con 2019. Now, we've talked a lot about wrestling figures because it's been a big year for Mattel and their wrestling figures, and we already did one video about what was on display at the Mattel booth, but now we're going to take a look at what was revealed during their San Diego Comic-Con reveal panel, which took place on Friday afternoon. And man, it was a big year. It's always a big year for them because every time they come to San Diego Comic-Con, they bring so much new stuff. And this year in particular was a really strong year. A lot of characters that I really wanted to get my hands on that I'm going to be able to get, and a few very cool surprises. So let's get things started. Now we're going to be looking at the official 3D renderings mostly here, with a few product shots that were provided by WWE.com. So we're going to start with one that's really surprising, but one of the things I actually picked in my predictions video, and that's the 24/7 title. So at some point in the near future, we'll be getting the WWE 24/7 Championship belt. Now, who that's going to go with, we don't know yet, and how far down the line, we also don't know yet. Because, as you can see here, this is a 3D rendering, so that means it could be quite some time before we actually get it on a toy. I'm going out on a limb and saying R-Truth gets it, but that's just my personal preference. He deserves it. Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole going to be coming to us from the NXT line, because as you know, Bill McKenna gets HARD for NXT. And this is a great, great figure. He comes with the North American Championship belt. He's going to have a removable fabric shirt that is sleeveless. Looks like there's some great detail on his arms. That's a great looking figure. I want it for the belt. And I want this figure for that hat. We're getting a new Elite Alicia Fox at some point as well very soon. And this is from, I believe, the Survivor Series that happened, I think, last year. And she's going to have that hat as a removable accessory. I hope that she comes with additional hats, but most likely that's going to be it. But I really do hope she has more hats because that's kind of what Alicia Fox's gimmick is now, it's just having crazy hats. Here's a look at a brand new Osku coming to us soon. This one is with a headdress and a golden face mask. Now, I don't know if this one's going to have the robe or not. I feel like that's still kind of a thing that's up in the air. If anybody's heard any updates on that, do let us know. But it's still a really good Osku figure. It's been a while since we had a new Elite Osku. So I'm cool with this one. Here's another one that's really interesting. We've got a Big Daddy Cool Diesel figure. Now, we had a Diesel figure, Elite, not that long ago. And that was part of Target's line, their Hall of Fame line, in fact. But this one is on the all-black outfit. I think there's been a lot of fans there who aren't too happy with the head sculpt. In fact, I saw some people in our live stream saying it looks like fake Diesel, Glenn Jacobs as Diesel. I don't know if I agree with that, but it does look a little weird because it is just a younger face, and Kevin Nash aged kind of differently. Here is Dolph Ziggler. He's getting a brand new Elite, and he is going to be getting the Chase figure in whatever series he's going to be in, which I think is Elite 71, I want to say. So he's going to have the removable jacket, more importantly, the Chase. So this is the black pants version. We're going to see later on what his alternate attire is. There it is. So he's going to have pink pants, which I personally prefer of the two. I think the pink is much more... when I think Dolph Ziggler, I want to think bright colors, and I think Dolph Ziggler, even as a heel, like the pink to me just screams Dolph Ziggler more than the black does. But the jacket's really cool. This was a really good time in his career, too, like when he was doing his three-man stable. It was a lot of fun. Short-lived, but a lot of fun. Here is the prototype for Dom Rocko, and he's going to have his tie-dye tank top. You have to have the tie-dye tank top. It's like his signature thing. Really, it's the only other accessory that could come with Dom Rocko. But, you know, really, it's just so cool we're getting Dom Rocko. Like, that's an unexpected treat. Now, that was kind of revealed to us a little while ago, but I still can't get over that we're getting Dom Rocko, finally. The original Rock. And here is a new Drew McIntyre. He was one of my predictions for a guy that's going to get a lot of toys this year, and we're starting things off with a brand new Elite for him. So this is going to be when he was the Raw Tag Team Champions, or part of the Raw Tag Team Champions. He's going to have a removable plastic sleeveless jacket, that very unique thing that he wears. I just like Drew McIntyre figures. I think he looks great as a toy, and that's another really great one. Here's another NXT figure. We're going to get an NXT EC3. So he's got the special hand to do his signature hand thing. He's got the NXT microphone, and that is a removable plastic molded t-shirt that will come off of him. Very cool, nice colors, very good head sculpt also. That's definitely EC3. When I look at that, there is no argument from me or anybody else. That's the EC3. Here is the Finn Balor I've been waiting for. This is the London Calling Finn Balor figure when he was Jack the Ripper from NXT UK. Now, they're making an Ultimate Edition Finn Balor, which we looked at in our previous video. But to me, I mean, this kind of proves why I don't think Finn should have gotten the Ultimate treatment just yet. Because this is an Elite figure, rather. But it's basically coming with the same stuff the Ultimate has. So, regardless, really great Finn Balor. I'm going to buy that one. Here's an awesome big show. Really awesome big show to have. This is when he was WWE Champion, or in fact, WWF Champion still back then. roughly from around the time of like the very late 90s to early 2000s, particularly during his feud with the Big Boss Man. Fun times, but really good to have this toy finally. I love this one here. This is a new Jeff Hardy figure we're getting. This is more like, I can't quite remember what era this is from. This is like, I think, mid-2000s. I call this one just like Dirtbag Jeff Hardy, because it's just kind of like just plain walking around backstage, I feel like. But it's actually really cool. This is actually closer to the era of the Hardy Boys I want to get figures of. I don't necessarily like this outfit. I prefer him to not have the entrance gear, but it's getting closer to what I want to get. Here is brand new. Of course, we had to have him to finish the Stooges. We're getting Gerald Briscoe. And just like his counterpart, Pat Patterson, the fabric shirt and pants are removable, and underneath it, he will have his wrestling trunks on. So this will probably be the only way you're ever going to get a wrestler of Gerald Briscoe. It's going to be a Walmart figure. Good luck finding it, but it's worth tracking down. Here is another Jeff Hardy. Never have too many Jeff Hardys. And this one I actually like a lot. I like the face paint. I like the colors on his sleeves. I like just a lot of the detail here. This is a really cool one. I especially like the little rag he's got in the back, his Jeff Hardy snot rag, for lack of a better term. That weird towel he always has that he doesn't really do much with. It's just there. But really cool. This one here, we actually missed this one. It was on display, and we didn't get photos of it, but here is a new Jinder Mahal, and this is him as the WWE Champion. So we got a Jinder Elite figure with the SmackDown ring, but that was like super expensive. That was the first way to get him. This is now, since then, his first release as an Elite with the WWE Championship. I gotta say, I actually really like this one a lot. This really captures Jinder Mahal. Here we got a new John Cena figure, and this is John Cena with the short hair. The new short hair that he's got now that he's rocking these days. It's still weird seeing John Cena with short hair, but it's a very cool figure. Nice head sculpt as well. He looks so happy, too. It's like he's not even thinking about Nikki Bella. He's moved on. He's got better things to do. He's learned Chinese, people. He knows how to speak Mandarin. He doesn't need Nikki Bella anymore. Here we got a brand new Johnny Gargano figure. Again, this was actually the outfit I've been waiting for, was this Venom look. And again, Hasbro owns Marvel Legends. Mattel does WWE guys. This is probably the closest they can get to making the Venom outfit without getting sued, but I still think it looks great. This is the Johnny Gargano I've been waiting for, and I think I'm not alone when I say that. Another really cool reveal, Cassius Ohno. He's going to get the NXT treatment. He's going to have an NXT Elite figure. He will have a fabric removable jacket, as well as the plastic molded shirt that will come off as well. Again, great attention to detail. When they do NXT figures, they do them really well. Of course, the hard part is actually finding them in stores. Good luck. Here is a brand new Nikki Bella, and for any Nikki haters out there, good news. This is probably going to be the last Nikki Bella for quite some time, because she is getting the Chase figure in the Elite Wave that she's going to be part of. So you'll see right here, this is her black outfit, and coming up next, she'll have a different outfit you'll see in a moment. And I believe this is from around the time of when Evolution happened last year. There you go, here's the other Nikki Bella. So this is around the time of her Evolution gear, when she fought Ronda Rousey in the main event of WWE's Evolution event at Nassau Coliseum. We were there for that show, in fact. It was a lot of fun. I don't think they'll ever do an Evolution event again, but regardless, this is going to be probably your last chance for Nikki Elite for a long time coming, so if you haven't bought one yet, you want one, this is probably the one to get. Here's one for me, Paige. This one was actually shown off by Bill McKenna at the, I think it was the NXT UK shows earlier in the year, or even, I think maybe towards the end of last year, whatever it was. And then this figure just kind of fell off the face of the earth. I don't know what happened to it, but this is basically the Paige I've been waiting for. Brand new head sculpt, new hair, great looking leather jacket, which unfortunately is not going to be an articulated jacket, it's going to be that rubber one. But I'm just so happy to have a new Paige and a new Paige head. Here's kind of, this is a really cool Rey Mysterio, but for me it's also a bit of a dud, because this basically is like the Rey Mysterio figures that they made, like, what, 5, 6, if not more, years ago. Like, basically, when Mattel first got the license, Rey was wearing these outfits. So, I guess they're doing it since it's been a while, but easy pass for me. Now, here is a really cool Hounds of Justice Seth Rollins. This is all brand new tooling across entirely the entire figure, with, like, the pants and the vest and everything, and the new head as well. I heard Bill McKenna say that in another interview, so a lot of new pieces here. He's going to come with the Intercontinental Championship. I just love how happy he looks here, too. He's just so happy that he won the belt. Here is, well, not quite the worst reveal we're going to look at, but one of the worst reveals. We're getting a SmackDown Nakamura in his blue outfit. I just hate this one. It's basically an exact recycle of the other Nakamura Elites that we've had, just with a really terrible-looking blue smock. It's just a hideous shirt. I hate this thing. I don't want this. I look forward to them making other blue Nakamuras, but that one is an easy pass. Peg warmer. Absolute peg warmer. Now here is a great one that's going to be really hard to get. Vince McMahon getting a retro style version of himself from the 80s into the early 90s a little bit, but mostly 80s Vince McMahon. So cool. Can't wait to get him. Add him with my other 80s guys. Oh, man. That's going to be a real tough one to get, though. Mark my words, folks. That'll be the tough one. Now here we have from Basic 100. These are some 3D renderings of the Basic 100 figures. We talked about these a little bit more in depth in our video of what was on display. But here's some 3D renderings of better shots of them. So you can see John Cena has that t-shirt that I'm like drooling over still. That is the You Can't See Me shirt from like roughly almost 10 years ago, if not a little bit more. It's like one of my favorite shirt designs ever, and I'm so happy they're making a toy of him with that. I will be getting that John Cena. I don't want to buy John Cena's, but I will be getting that John Cena. Another character from Basic 100, we've got The Rock, and this is going to be more of like the, not quite, SmackDown era, but a little bit before then version of The Rock. It's like WrestleMania 15, roughly around that time period, I think, because he has the long, pointy sideburns. And here is Shawn Michaels, again from Basic Series 100. Shawn is dressed in his 1997 gear, and he is going to be the chase figure in Basic Series 100. So you're going to see coming up his alternate outfit. Personally, I like this outfit the best of the two of them. If I had to choose, I would easily be getting this one as opposed to the other one. But we'll see what's easier to find in the wild. And again, here is that other variant. So it's just the classic red pants with the hearts on them. It's a good Shawn Michaels, though. I actually really like these head sculpts. I don't know what it is, but a lot of the basic figures just get better head sculpts than the elites for whatever reason. I don't understand it, but I'm cool with that because it makes it easier to get. I can always just customize it, pop his head off, and put on someone else. So there's our Basic 100 Shawn. Also joining Basic 100 is Stone Cold Steve Austin. So he's got the white knee braces here, and that tells us roughly the time period this Austin is from, because Austin didn't really do much with his outfits. Towards the end of his career, though, it's when he started to change his knee braces. So I want to say this is like maybe not quite like two-man power trip, but definitely towards like the end of his run as an active wrestler. And finally, we're getting a new Undertaker, and this is like one of my favorites in Basic 100 because of that head sculpt. I love when anybody makes Undertaker with the tongue sticking out. When Jax made the Hell in a Cell, I think it was, set that came with him and Randy Orton, I got that Undertaker just because I wanted it, I wanted that tongue. It was such a great head sculpt. Beautiful figure. Here's one that I hate that I like so much. This is a new Baron Corbin basic figure. And look at how good that looks. Like, as much as you want to hate Baron Corbin, don't tell me you don't think that figure looks amazing. Like, brand new chest piece, great looking detail. I hate that I want this figure so much. I don't want to buy it, but I'm going to probably get it. Here's another, actually really good one too, another Carmella figure. So Carmella, I don't know when the last time she had a basic. I don't think it was that long ago, but this is actually a really nice basic for her. I like that she has the orange and purple outfits, one of my favorite colors. I also kind of appreciate how you can see on her legs, you'll notice they're kind of colored differently. That's because you can kind of see the mesh that all the ladies tend to wear nowadays. That's pretty cool. Nice new touch. Here is a Drake Maverick 3D rendering. Again, we saw this one on display as well, and this Drake Maverick will have a variant. So this is him when he was when he was the manager of the authors of Pain, and this is him in his black outfit, but his chase figure will be the green version of this. So we're getting two Drake Mavericks in this style. That's pretty cool. Here was a big surprise. I don't think anybody was expecting to get this, but we're getting a Keith Lee NXT basic figure. Like, that came out of nowhere. I did not expect Keith Lee to get a figure this fast. That's like absurdly quick turnover, but really great for him, and it's a really unique looking figure also. I really like the body that's on him. It's so unique. It's so Keith Lee. So there's going to be a lot of New Day stuff coming out this year, and here is a new basic version of Kofi Kingston. And you're going to notice that he's got these green and orange pants on with the anime versions of himself. So, of course, you can't just have Kofi. There is also a Big E and an Xavier you're going to see coming up. And I think they might be part of a 3-pack. I'm not entirely sure about this yet, but you'll see why come up a little bit. Here is, again, one of my predictions from San Diego Comic-Con this year. I had predicted we were going to get a Lars Sullivan basic, not an elite. Because usually NXT guys, they tend to get the elite treatment first. Lars is not. He's going straight to basic because he comes with nothing. He doesn't really use much. But regardless of that, this is a great looking figure. I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to do an elite of him when they get to that point, but looks so good. And another NXT basic, bro, we're getting Matt Riddle. And what I love about this is that Matt Riddle is barefoot, because he has to be barefoot. I was kind of wondering what they would do about this. Like, would they hold off on making Matt Riddle because he requires bare feet? No. That's really cool. We got a Matt Riddle. And I kind of wonder now if, like, maybe if eventually things smooth over with Jimmy Snuka, we'll get some barefoot Snukas again. That'd be cool. Here is a new R-Truth figure. It's been a long time since R-Truth's had a figure. I don't know if it's going to be a single or a 2-pack with Carmelo, perhaps. But I think it's been long overdue for this, and I'm pretty positive, even though it wasn't revealed, we are going to get an R-Truth Elite sometime in the near future, because it's been so long since he's had an Elite figure as well, and he's like getting really popular now. He's very over, and rightfully so. Here we have another figure based on an outfit from WWE's Evolution event. We've got a modern-style Lita. And what's really cool is, yes, that actually is accurate. I was looking at some photos to check with Lita's thong, so that was just really silly how high it was and how it's like covering her belly button. But guess what? Her belly button actually did apparently show through. So if you look for images of from that event, you'll see it. It's 100% accurate. Who knew? But good-looking Lita. Here is, again, that Biggie we were talking about. He looks so happy. He's got pancakes on his pants, and he probably has some in his pants, too. I don't want any, but thank you for offering Biggie. I always like Biggie figures, though. They always just look so good to me. He's really great as a toy. He just looks good as an action figure. And I love the pancakes on his pants again. Just so cool. And best of all, there's a stack of pancakes. You're looking at a stack of pancakes, folks. So the New Day Basics, someone's going to come with that stack of pancakes. So you're finally getting that accessory for your figures. How great is that? Hint, it's very great. I cannot wait to get some pancakes for my figures. They're going to have an awesome breakfast full of carbs. New Xavier Woods. Again, he's got the same color scheme as the rest of the guys from New Day, except that his anime character has pancakes on his head. What I don't like about this Xavier is it looks to me like the head is the exact same head that we've gotten again and again and again. I think it's time Xavier gets a new head sculpt. I'm really tired of that sculpt because he's basically had that same head for like 8 years now. It's long overdue. We're getting a brand new Trish Stratus figure. Again, this is the Evolution outfit, I believe. Really great head sculpt. I love the hair. The hair is like one of the best parts about this figure. But the outfit's really cool, too. I was actually wondering if they were going to ever make a toy of this particular outfit because it's such an iconic time. But it's an outfit that shows a lot of skin. So I'm glad they're doing it, though. It looks really cool. And here is something new coming from Mattel. We're going to get some Elite 2-packs. Now we're starting here with AJ Styles. He comes with 3 sets of hands. Really awesome looking AJ. Can't have too many AJs. And he's going to be joined by Finn Balor. So we're getting a new Finn Balor to join AJ in that 2-pack with more hands. They both can go too sweet to each other. How cool is that? And I really love this Finn because it's got like his paint coming off. And that I really like. So I don't want to keep buying AJs, but that's a really good set. So I'm going to be stuck with another AJ Styles figure. Oh well. Another really cool figure, and I'm surprised they got this one out so quick also. We're getting Rey Mysterio from his WrestleMania 35 match, his WrestleMania 35 squash match. And here he is dressed as Mysterio, which I can't believe it took him like how many years to finally dress as Mysterio. But I'm glad they finally did it. Really great looking pack. Again, he's going to have 2 sets of hands, removable cape. Best of all, brand new Samoa Joe. So it's a new head sculpt, and I think this is the debut of this body we're seeing here. That's been like one of my biggest complaints about the Samoa Joe figures is the body. I just don't like them. I'm pretty sure that this is a brand new body for him, and it just looks way more accurate. It does look a little weird that he has no nipples, to be quite honest. It looks like a muffin top, but it still looks good. And here we've got now an Elite Batista. So the last Batista we got was, I think, also that Target Hall of Champions Batista. So it's about time we had a new version of him as well. And I think this is like a modern style. It's going to come with, as you can see here, an additional set of hands. Maybe they'll come with some other accessories. We'll have to wait and see about that. But that's very exciting to see. New Batista. Which is great, because that other Batista has gotten so hard to find. Of course, we had to have at least one Elite Becky Lynch, and I'm sure there's going to be more. But we have the man, Becky Lynch. She has an additional set of hands. I don't know if she's going to come with a belt or not. I would imagine she would. But we'll have to see, because I don't think this is when she was the champion. I think this is when she was still chasing the belt. So I don't know if she'll have the belt, but it's cool that we're getting new Becky. And here we have from the Cruiserweights, first time ever, Buddy Murphy is getting an Elite figure. He's going to have an additional set of pointy fingers. And he also has, the coolest thing about this toy is a new set of thighs. So because his pants are just like so unique, they didn't just paint on that design. They actually resculpted the legs, and he's got those little tassely pointy bits on the end of his pants. So very cool. So here was a bit of a surprise, a little bit of a disappointment. I was hoping they were going to make a Gangrel this year. Turns out we're getting a Brood Christian. So at the very least, that kind of almost like teases at a potential Gangrel in the future. But then again, this Christian has a goblet. So I don't know what's going to happen. I wonder if they were just reusing the pieces from Gangrel. I don't really know. But it's cool to see that Brood Christian. Here's again one of our predictions from this year. the new Daniel Bryan. And yes, he does come with the WWE Hemp Championship belt, as well as 2 sets of additional hands. That's going to be a must-have for me when it comes out. I want that belt, but just the figure itself looks really, really good, top to bottom. I love this version of Daniel Bryan. We're getting another big surprise, classy Freddie Blassie. He's getting a figure for the first time from Mattel. Now, I was wondering why he was shirtless here. That's because it's just a proto 3D rendering, whatever. But the actual proto is on display currently at SDCC, and Freddie Blassie will, in fact, have a fabric jacket. So he's not going to be looking like a shirtless weirdo. He will have a fabric jacket. Here is the highly anticipated Gorilla Monsoon figure. He's still happening. He will still be coming out. And he's going to have a whole bunch of accessories. You can see here he's got 2 sets of hands, sunglasses, the headset, a microphone, and another suit jacket. So you could have him be the commissioner of WWE from that era when he was. So really great. We're going to get a Gorilla Monsoon. I cannot wait to get him and put him side by side with my Bobby the Brain Heenan figure. Lucha House Party coming up now. So Grand Metalik is getting a basic figure. This is the year I predicted we were going to get the entire Lucha House Party finally and the missing cruiserweights. So here we have at least one of them now, and you're going to see the rest coming up as we look through these photos. So you can finally have the Lucha House Party all assembled. And Grand Metalik's looking pretty great. Here was a big surprise, but we shouldn't really be too surprised by it. The Hurricane, Shane Helms, is going to get an Elite figure. So he will have 2 sets of hands, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he will have a fabric jacket. You can't have a Hurricane figure and not have a fabric jacket. It's really just that simple. But it's a really great head sculpt on him, and he's so active in the wrestling community these days. I'm surprised it took us this long to get a Shane Helms figure. Also joining the line, a new version of Jim the Anvil Neidhart from the Hart Foundation times. This is like, I think, the mid-90s period when Brett had that heel Canadian stable, and it's a really good Jim the Anvil Neidhart figure. We haven't gotten an Anvil figure, I think, since that 2-pack with Brett. Oh, not 2-pack, sorry. It was an Elite figure of him with the same colors that Brett had when they were the Hart Foundation tag team. This is more the modern era for Anvil when he was active as a wrestler. Kairi Sane, another one of my predictions this year. Love this figure. I love the accessories. I love the captain's hat. I love the wheel. I'm wondering if she'll have any additional outfits as well to go with this, but even if she doesn't, you basically have all you need right here. Cannot wait to get this figure. It's a really good year for female wrestlers, I gotta say, for female wrestling action figures. Here is a new Kalisto. So this is the first time I've gotten a Kalisto, I think, with the beard. And this is him in his Lucha House Party outfit as well. I'm not really a big mark, not really a big fan for these dudes, but I gotta say this figure is really nice. Very colorful toy. I really do dig it. Lacey Evans, again, another one we predicted. It makes sense that they get her out really quick. So she's going to have 3 sets of hands, one of which is going to be gloved, which is what she has in this picture, and then the other 2 you can see below. I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't come with a hat as well. I think she needs to come with a hat because she's a proper lady. So ladies have to have their hats at all times. Just makes sense to me. And here's Lince Dorado. He's getting an Elite figure as well. I'm so happy that Rolled R actually came out correct for once for me. He's going to have 3 sets of hands. You can see, again, he's got the same set of hands that Daniel Bryan's going to have, oddly enough. He's got those grippy hands and the pointy fingers, which you've seen from Buddy Murphy as well. But still really cool that they're going to give a few different things with him. And just actually, again, good-looking figure. And best of all, easy to customize for Tiger Mask toys. So heads up to customizers out there. We can finally get some really good Tiger Masks. Mandy Rose is going to be getting an Elite figure as well. She's going to have an additional set of hands. Don't know what else she'll come with. I imagine she'll come with at least one other thing as an accessory, but I don't really know what that could even be. I don't think they're just going to release her just one set of hands. It's kind of weird. Natalya, finally we're getting this figure. I cannot wait for this Natty. This one has the cat ears on it. This is like the best Natty they've made ever. I passed on that recent basic figure of her. This is what I'm waiting for, because it's got the cat ears. This is just like the perfect Natalya figure. I cannot wait to get this. I hope to get to meet Natty one day, ever sign it. What a cool figure. Man, so good. And it matches up great with that Jim the Anvil Neidhart figure. We're getting a new Pete Dunne figure as well. This one should hopefully be a lot easier to get our hands on than the other figure. Because that's been the big thing. It's getting Pete Dunne. Like, I haven't even actually seen one in person ever, because it's been so hard to find. And it's long overdue that he gets a normal figure, finally, that we can all get our hands on. So, very excited to get him, and hopefully be able to find him in a store somewhere soon. Here is a new Rey Mysterio figure in his more current attire as well. This is, again, a really good figure. Rey Mysterio, he always makes for good toys. And I really do like this outfit. I don't know if I necessarily am all on board for the colors, but I'm excited to see more of what they're going to do with this Rey and what they're going to do with Rey in the future. Because he's got so many outfits, and now that he's back in WWE, we're going to be getting a lot of Reys for many years to come. Here was one of Vinny and our predictions as well. This is a SummerSlam version of Rick Rude from his feud with the Ultimate Warrior. And at this point, he was Intercontinental Champion. So he has a lot of hands, but I'm wondering if he's going to come with either the robe or the Intercontinental title or both. So that we're going to have to wait for. I don't know if it's going to be a Retrofest figure, but I hope it is. And if it is, that means maybe we'll get both those items. Brand new Roderick Strong figure. He's got the Undisputed Era hands. He's actually on display, I think, right now as well at the San Diego Comic-Con Mattel booth. So if you're there, you can see him in person. There's proto test shot photos of him out there floating around. I don't have much to say about him, though, because it's kind of a plain figure. Good head sculpt. Really great head sculpt, but it's just a dude in trunks. Not as exciting as Ronda Rousey is right here. So this is her in all of her war paint. This was another one of our predictions this year, was that we're going to get a Ronda of some kind with her war paint. And we have it here. So this is going to be an Elite Ronda. She will have an additional set of hands, one to grip, one to make punches. It's a good-looking figure. And, I got the Ultimate Edition Ronda. I'm pretty set on my Rondas for now, but it's a good one if you haven't gotten one yet. A brand new Seth Rollins, of course. Seth's always getting figures. Here's a really great one. I really like this outfit, actually, a lot. It's one of my favorite colors for Seth Rollins. And, it kind of reminds me of the Mets a little bit. Not that I'm a baseball guy, but I just kind of like those Mets colors. It just looks good in toys. I love the balance of the whites and the blues here. But a good Seth Rollins. Here is a big surprise, Viscera. So we're basically just running through Mabel's entire career now. We're getting Viscera, big Viscera. He's going to have 2 sets of hands. So how cool is that? It's not just like, one little Mabel in this, one big Mabel in this outfit. We're going to get different hands that are unique to him. Really great figure. Really imposing and menacing. I love this one. Don't know if I'll buy it because it's kind of scary to look at, but really cool. Here is a ringside exclusive figure. This is The Undertaker dressed as Kane. Well, kind of sort of, because it's also, as you can see, there's a normal Kane head, so it can double as just a normal Kane as well. And there's also a removable mask with the hair. So this is a really, really actually pretty great figure. Now, the more that I look at it, I kind of like it a lot more than I thought I would have. And it will be a ringside exclusive, so stay tuned to Ringside Collectibles for information when that comes out. Here we go. This is the biggest surprise of the year, for WWE Mattel, I should say. But Chyna is getting an action figure. It's so long overdue. Now that she's in the Hall of Fame, they can do so much with her. I cannot wait to get this Chyna. I love this figure. So good. Everything about it is just amazing. Gorgeous, beautiful new molds. So long overdue. Wonderful toy. Up next, we have Greg the Hammer Valentine, another retro wrestler in his 80s gear. I will assume that he will probably come with his robe as well. Don't know what else he could possibly come with, but if they want to keep things accurate, I would say his robe is like the most familiar accessory he has. So most likely that's going to be what he comes with when he's released. Here is another surprise, a really cool one, a figure that hasn't gotten a lot of love. Well, I shouldn't say, Sting's gotten plenty of love, but not this particular outfit. This is that like weird era from around the time when he debuted as the Cro Sting. So you're still kind of like finding his look, because you can see he's got like the puffy pants, but he's wearing like the weird rash guard on top, and he's got the short hair. I'm very curious to see how this figure develops. Brand new Ultimate Editions. So we saw Finn and Triple H as part of Ultimate Series 3. Here is Series 4. Brock Lesnar is joining the Ultimates, and look at this tree trunk of a man. Like, all new pieces, because it is the Ultimate Edition, you have to get all new pieces. Everything about this is unique. I love how enormous he looks. This is the Brock to get. This is absolutely the Brock to get. If you've been passing on Brocks, you're not going to get a better Brock Lesnar than that one. And also an Ultimate Edition Shawn Michaels. This is him in his Survivor Series 97 outfit, the Montreal Screwjob. This is cool. Again, I cannot wait to see how they're going to handle this as well. I wonder what other accessories he's going to have. And I really want to see what head sculpts he's going to have. I'm very curious about that. We'll have to wait and see. I'm definitely going to get that Brock. The Shawn, I'm going to have to wait a little bit on. We're also getting, I think this is a WrestleMania 19 Booker T from his championship feud with Triple H. The last time we got a Elite Booker T, it was him as King Booker. That was a Target Hall of Fame figure. So it's been a little bit since Booker T's had a figure. But I like this one a lot. I've not gotten a Booker T yet. This is probably one I'm going to pick up. And here we go, brand new Kofi figure. So this Kofi has a completely new head sculpt, you can see, as opposed to that basic we saw a little while ago. This version of Kofi has the braids, new smiling head sculpt, really lovely detail on his pants, and I'm going to assume he's going to have the championship belt here. Maybe he gets the pancakes. That might be who the pancakes went to. Someone's getting pancakes this year. That's all I know. That's all I care about. Here is I think this is a WrestleMania Matt Hardy. I think this is from when he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. I've been waiting for a good Woken Matt Hardy. This is the one to get. I don't know how many more they're going to make of him, especially since they canceled that Ultimate Deletion 2-pack with Bray Wyatt. So if you want Awoken Matt Hardy, get this one. This looks great. Cannot wait to see the costume underneath it as well. Here is the worst figure of the bunch. This is, I think this is a WrestleMania Mick Foley from his feud with Randy Orton. I don't remember what year that was. It was WrestleMania 25, I want to say, but not entirely sure about that. It just looks like a hobo. Like, this is a hideous figure. I do not want this. I'm a big Mick Foley fan. I hate this toy. I don't want this. No want. No thank you. Next image. Danny Davis. We're getting the wrestling referee, Danny Davis. That's really cool. So I'm wondering if he's going to maybe have a variant Chase version of himself, like in his wrestling attire. That'd be pretty fun too. But again, I'm really happy that they've expanded like all these retro guys, and now this is actually our first referee figure we've ever gotten from Mattel. So I'm hoping that they make more modern referees, because you need to have referees. You got to have them. So, all right, we're looping to the beginning now, but let's go to something that was talked about earlier on this channel. We were discussing the He-Man Masters of the Universe Origins line and how big that's become. Here was a surprise to come out of San Diego Comic-Con this year. What you're looking at is not a custom. This is an actual toy. This is the Ultimate Warrior as a Masters of the Universe character. So what this is here is, this is a brand new line of figures, and this is a Masters of the Universe crossover with WWE. So Mattel has gotten the license back for Masters of the Universe because they're going to do a lot of stuff over the next few years. Here's Sting as Clawful. I love this toy so much. So Mattel is going very, very deep into this line. They've clearly created a lot of different molds already for these toys. What's great about them is all the articulation you can see here as opposed to original Masters of the Universe toys. But yeah, these are 5.5-inch figures. They will match in scale with the other Masters of the Universe figures they're producing from the Origins line. And here is the Skull King Triple H with his early DX pants. I don't know what to say about these things still, other than I want them all. I'm baffled by how stupid they are, but how cool they are at the same time. And how it's just like such a unique thing. Like, I'm into these crossover figures. I like a lot of them. I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Ghostbuster figures. I liked the Ghostbusters WWE figures that we looked at earlier on this channel. Here's Finn Balor. I think these gimmick figures are really cool. What I don't necessarily like about them is I think these may have replaced the retro line, because we didn't see anything from the retro line, and apparently the word is that they are, and I quote, on ice right now. So I'm guessing that means that because Mattel wants to push so hard on the Master Universe stuff, retros are basically done, at least for the time being. Here is a Castle Grayskull ring. Tell me you don't want that. And best of all, look at that Triple H and the John Cena. We'll get to the John Cena in a second, but the Triple H is based off of the Terror Claw Skeletor figure, which, if you guys remember or know about, had these like giant claws. This has got to be the terrorizing Triple H. If you don't know what that means, look it up. But that's got to be terrorizing Triple H. Such a good figure. But yeah, it looks like that the retros are done, unfortunately, and I'm going to assume these are replacing it. It's just based on cost and everything else. It's a big disappointment. You know, there's been so many people who want to get those retros. Here is the John Cena, and by the way, you can't see his axe and shield. You can't see him. Great pun. I love it. I love how goofy these things are. But yeah, it's so sad to see the retros die like this. I mean, to be fair, they made it up to Series 10. We got basically, I think it was like over 40 figures, I think, something like that, or close to 40 figures, whatever it is. It was a pretty big line. It did pretty well, all things considered. It had a really good shelf life, but distribution problems and all sorts of other issues made it hard to get them. Here is John Cena as Faker. Brilliant, brilliant. It's going to be sad to see them go. So we're going to get some official word on it, hopefully in the next day or two, from Bill McKenna, because he hasn't done his ringside chat yet. So I think we'll get a lot more information there. But for now, we're getting these figures, and if you're a Master Universe fan like I am, they're actually really great. I'm really excited for these. How can you not love Macho Man at Arms? And not only that, it's Macho Man at Arms with battle armor, just like the original toys had. These are just so stupid, but they're so great. So word on the street is that they're going to be $15 price point, most likely. I think that's the price of the Masters Universe Origins, so they're going to be the same price. Here is Rey Mysterio as Stratos. That's a perfect fit. I wonder if he's going to be a little bit smaller than the other figures. I doubt he will. That's like maybe too much detail for this line, but I'd love it if he actually was a little bit smaller. What's best of all, too, for anybody out there who does want to buy those Masters Universe Origins figures, you're kind of getting a preview of what parts Mattel already has ready to go for new figures. Here is Roman Reigns as Fisto. So you can see here, we've looked at pieces for Man-at-Arms, for Battle Armor, for the Terror Claws. There's Faker. With the John Cena Faker, he has Spike Horse Club. Roman Reigns has Fisto's Fist. There's a lot of pieces here that we're going to see in other figures, so that shows you how much devotion Mattel's going to have to these Masters Universe toys. And here's one that Pixel Dan put up. This just was revealed yesterday. It's a Manny Faces New Day figure. So there's 3 different heads in there. You're going to have Xavier, Kofi, and Big E's heads inside that. It's so silly, but I love it. It's so great. But again, this is going to basically be the end of the retros, looks like, for the time being. So this is what we get instead. So that is our very expansive look at all of the new toys that were revealed during the SDCC panel from Mattel for the WWE figures. It's a lot of great stuff this year. It's going to be a big, big year for WWE, and it's going to be a sad year for my wallet and my checking account. So, I'm Matthew from Nerd News Today. Thank you guys for watching so much, and do make sure to go look over there. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel to see more San Diego Comic-Con updates, as well as when we go live to chat SDCC and everything else we're going to do here on this channel. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back very soon with some more San Diego Comic-Con 2019 coverage.